welcome everybody to the second night of the AHF District quarterfinal qualifiers. Tonight's game is against Genesis. Result of last night's game, 7-2 victory over Snyder. Genesis lost to the Blazers, 3-0. So tonight we'll have Teague back in the lineup. Trent Krecker still out, shoulder injury. So down just a single man tonight. Start us off tonight. Lineup wise, Coach Wolf waiting, see who they've got out on the ice. So starting lineup tonight, Teague, Nolan, Lucas, with Ricky and Jacob back on the defensive end, and Aiden Mott in net. Looks like we're all set. Ready for puck drop, Teague on the face-off. Chops it down, Jennison gets it, sends it up, cleared back up, Jacob, sends it back over to Ricky, back over to Jacob. Jacob looking, goes long, cleared back up over to Lucas. Lucas able to clear it, goalie gets back there, tries to clear it back up, Teague approaches, back over to Lucas. Lucas, try to knock it back down, picks it back up, gets it back out to the point to Ricky. Ricky gets a shot off, just shy. Genesis picks it up in the corner. Ricky charges forward, jumps his stick, gets out to the neutral zone, slided back over to Jacob. Jacob tries to send it deep, still picked up. Lucas gets it, nice side, opposite side over to Voot. Voot gets a shot off, nice shot. Good feed by Lucas. Voot, Jake, Luca, Bobs and Evan on the defensive end. Shot picked up. Luca tried to swipe it forward, back out, gets it all the way out to the point. Evan gets a shot off. I thought that was going in, went wide. Picked up by Jake, sends it back over. Voot into the corner. Jake over to help him out, drives it back. Genesis comes away with it, does a little dip up, sends it all the way back. Should be nice, but they're not going to call it. Bob sends it over to the opposite side. Picked back up by Voot. Voot puts the brakes on. Opposite side over to Jake. Jake gets a shot off and gets steered into the protective webbing. McCooch, Gunny, Reed, Toby, and Jacob out on the ice. Pick back up. Reed back out over to Toby. Toby tried to get a shot off, knocked down by a defender, picked up by Andrew. Andrew slides back down, now it's picked back up. Toby. Centering pass to the opposite side, picked up by Genesis. Genesis sends it back all the way around to the opposite side, picked up by Jacob. Jacob slides it over to Reed. Reed picks it back up. Now it's picked up by McCooch. McCooch Slides it back over. Denny. Denny drops it in. Genesis on a line change. Reed, check back behind. Sent back over to the opposite side. Try to get it out in the zone. Toby keeps it in. Drops it back into the corner. Jimmy back over to put pressure onto the puck. Caden over. Jimmy over to help him out. Genesis gets a hold of it. Sends it back up. Jacob sends it deep, and that's an offside. Center ice face-off. Connor, Caden, Jimmy. Touched up, sent back into the zone, picked up by Foster. Foster gets it, back over to Ricky. Ricky drops it in, picked up by Jimmy. Jimmy swipes it forward. Goaltender knocks it down. Jimmy on the forecheck gets a hold of it. Centering pass, back out to the point. Knocks it back down. Connor tried to get there. Foster. Gets knocked down. Jimmy back over. Genesis gets it out to the point. Knocked down. Foster. Caden tried to get to it. Now he does. Back over to Nolan. Nolan drives it forward. Pick back up. Back over to Toby. To Bops. Bops send it back over to Toby. Toby charging forward, gets around a man, comes across the blue line. Tried to get a shot off, loses it, slides back down, pick back up Teague. Loses an edge, back over in the corner. Pressure onto the puck. Genesis gets it, tries to flick it back out. Still not there. Nolan picks it up. Lucas waits for Nolan to clear the zone, comes back, picks it back over to Teague. Teague back over to Lucas. Nice pass. Drops it back over to Nolan. Had a good shot. Lucas tried to clear it back up. Unable to do so. Picked up by Nolan. Nolan sends it back over to Bops. Bops back over to Voot. Voot tries to tap it forward. Lucas in chase of the puck. Unable to get to it. Genesis comes back up. Ada knocks it back down. Back over. Toby throws it back up to Luca. Luca tried to get it over to Toby, who was rushing forward. So back up, all the way back over to Jacob. Jacob sent deep. Fuchs over to pick it up on the opposite side. Genesis retrieves back over to Foster. Foster on the opposite side to Luca. Luca drops it into the zone. Genesis cycles back. Knocked back down by Jacob. Jacob. Root tried to get it over, opposite side. Looks deep, back over to Luca. Luca cycles it back. Jake over to pick it back up. Back over to Foster. Foster gets a shot off, goes wide. Jake can't handle it. Sends it back over to Jake. Foster picks it up. Back over to Denny. No icing. Reed on the opposite side, forecheck, coming on strong. Gets to the board. Looks. Denny picks it up. Reed comes away with it. Tries to dump it back out. Jacob tried to hold the zone. Did hold the zone. Genesis tried to clear it back up. Now they do clear it. Jacob. No icing. Line change for Team Philadelphia. Genesis sends it back up in the neutral zone. Picked back up by Toby. Toby waits for the zone to clear, then comes across. Gets a shot off. Gets another shot off. Back out to Nolan. Nolan. 3 good shots. Steered into the protected netting. Nolan, Toby on the defensive end. Jimmy, Connor, Caden out on the offensive side. Caden on the face-off. Puck stop. Genesis try to pick it up. Now it's back out to the point to Nolan. Nolan gets a shot off. Shot goes just wide. Back over to Toby. Toby cycles back around. Gets a shot. Goes wide. Jimmy holds it in the zone. Drops it back over to Connor. Connor back over to Caden. Dropped down by Connor. Connor looking to get a shot off. Dribbles it past to the goaltender. Defensive line change for Team Philadelphia. Foster and Bops coming out onto the ice. Same offensive line. 10:39 first period. Puck's dropped back into the corner. Genesis tries to clear it back out. Foster knocks it down. Picked up by Connor. Connor gets it back out. Makes its way out to the neutral zone. Bops tips it forward. Connor's there. Stick lift. Teague, Lucas, and somebody else. Christian now back out onto the ice. Teague on the face-off. Puck's out. McCooch tries to get to it. Lucas sends it deep. Picked up by Teague. He grunts the boards. McCooch looks to help him out. Teague cycles it back opposite side. Centers it. Sends it all the way up to Lucas. Genesis gets it. Drives it all the way back down. Picked up by Bops. Bops cycles it back over to McCooch. McCooch taps it, lets it roll. And Aiden grabs it. .947 first period, 0-0. Same offensive lineup. Sent back over the corner. Bops cycles it back up to the side over to Foster. Foster sends it back over to Nolan. Nolan looking up. Kicks it to himself. Sends it back over to Foster. Foster back over to Nolan. Nolan across the blue line. Circles back around. Back out to the point. Back over to Jacob. Jacob clears it back out. Knocked back down. Picked back up. Floated back. Genesis gets to it. Picked back up by Nolan. Nolan, opportunity. That should have been a score. No goal. Maybe it didn't get in there. So no goal. Luke at Jake. Puck's back over to Jacob. Jacob tried to get a shot off. Goes off the defender's shin pads. Now it's back out to the point to Jacob. Jacob gets a shot off in traffic. Hit the defender in front. Jacob picks it up. Gets it. Sends it back over to corner. Back over to Voot. Voot tried to backhand. Genesis gets it. Cycles back. Looks to go long. Picked up by Jacob. He has to wait for the zone to clear. And that'll be an offsides. So 8:39 left first period, 0-0 still. Same lineup, defensive change. Foster and Ricky back on the defensive end. Picked back up by Ricky. Ricky back out to Luca. Luca checks at the blue line. Dumps it in. Picked back up by Makuch. Makuch gets a shot off, steered back into the corner, picked up by Foster. Foster drives it around. Holds it in. Foster with Luca. Genesis pulls it back. Reed onto the ice. Picked back up. Christian dumps it back in the neutral zone. That's an offsides. Makuch, Denny, Reed, Pops, and Toby on the defensive side. Pick back up, back over to Reed. Reed gets away through two guys, tries to dump it in, gets by a man. Reed on the forecheck, back over. Gets to his guy first. Genesis picks it up. Denny over to put pressure onto it. Pass opposite side. Ricocheted off the defender's skates. Pick back up, centering. Denny picks it up. Tries to send it in. Genesis picks it up. Center pass picked up by Toby. Toby sends it back over to Bops. Bops. Try to get it over to Denny on the opposite side. Kicked into the zone. Makuch putting pressure onto the puck. Makuch. Genesis comes away with it. Sends it around to the opposite side. Picked up by Toby. Toby. Sends it in. No icing. Sent around to the opposite side. Genesis comes forward. Across the blue line. Jimmy tries to kick it back out. Hovering back around the blue line. Genesis tried to get a shot off. Jimmy knocks it down with his body. Still there. Now Jimmy gets it out in the zone. Back over to Caden. Opposite side. No icing. Line change for defensive line change for Team Philadelphia. Connor's back out on the ice. Cycles all the way back over to Jacob. Back up to Caden. Caden jumps over to Jimmy. Tried to clear it back out. Now it's in the zone. Ricky does a good job holding the puck. Back over to Caden. Back up to Jacob. Connor gets back on side. Steered back over. Nice speed. Caden coming in. Got a shot off. Odd man rush. Genesis coming up. Try to get a centering pass opposite side. Picked back up by Genesis. Centers it back behind the net. Picked back up. Nice job by Aiden. Aiden with several good saves coming out of it. Jacob picks it up. Comes down. Across the blue line. Dumps it in. Teague out onto the ice. Nolan charging forward. Breaks his stick. Wow. Picked all the way back up. Jump back over to Luca. Luca sends it back. Centering pass. Genesis comes across. Shot goes wide. Picked back up. Drops back down. Lost. Good pickup by Bops. Bops sends it back over the opposite side. Over to Foster. Lucas dumps it in, picks it back up, tries to get around him. Now it's into the neutral zone, back over to Bops. Bops cycles it back over to Foster. Foster. Luca, good pressure onto the puck. Reach for it, back over to Foster. Foster dumps it in, back over to Luca. Luca. Back over. Gets a shot off. Another shot, goes just wide. Lucas tried to pick it up. Centering pass back over to Vuk. Vuk could get a control of it, had a guy in his back pocket. Picked all the way back up. And that's an offside. Danny, Makuch, Reed, Toby, and Jacob out on the ice. 4:30 mark, 0-0. Picked back up by Makuch. McCooch sends it on net, goes just wide. Reed back over in the corner, gets pressure onto him. Back over to Denny. Denny, centering pass right out front, goes off the goaltender's stick into the protective netting. Same lineup. Drop down. Picked up by the goaltender. Pucks back. Genesis. Tries to send up in the neutral zone. Cut back. Toby jumps his stick. Goes all the way back to the back wall. Gets it back up to Denny. Denny, opposite side, back over to Reed. Reed gets it back up to McCooch. Toby tried to get a shot off the defender's shin pads. McCooch. Reed is there. Picked back up. All the way by Jacob. All the way back. 3:37 left first period. Jump back by Denny. Denny. Denny tried to turn and foul. Caden's out there. Back over to Reed. Reed's got somebody in his back pocket. Picked up by Jacob. Has to wait for the zone to clear. Jumps it all the way back over to Toby. Toby waits. Jimmy tried to swipe at it. Jimmy picks it up. Shot attempt. Goaltender knocks it down to the back wall. Genesis picks it up. Comes across the blue line. Aiden with a nice block. Picked up by Caden. Caden dumps it in. Connor on the forecheck. Pins up. Caden over to help him out. 2:43 left. First period. Puck is dead right now. Getting ready to blow it, and they do blow it. Puck's up, opposite side. Foster's over there. Oh, Foster tried to pick it clean to send it. Connor takes the guy off the puck. Back over to Jim. Connor. Caden sends it over to the opposite side. Swipe back over. Ricky reaches for it. Back over to Jimmy. Jimmy sends it long. Back in the neutral zone. Genesis picks it up. That's picked back up. Center back out. Sent deep. All the way back up. Jimmy. Lucas tried to knock it down. Back over to Evan. Foster dumps it back over to Jimmy. Jimmy. Waiting. Tried to hit Lucas going long, just a little bit outside of his reach. Now it's dropped back. Lucas sends it in, drops it to the goaltender. .131. Genesis try to clear it back up. Toby drops it down, puts a body on it. Opposite side, intercepted. Toby picks it back up, moves around the guy. Gets a shot off, but goes wide of the net. Lucas picks it up. Back over to Bops. Bops back out to Nolan. Nolan drops it over to Toby. Toby comes away with it. Looking. Gets a shot off. Teague centers it. Picked back up by Lucas. Tried to play with it. Toby sends it over to the opposite side. Teague tries to drop it deep. Pick back up. Try to send it in. Lucas tried to pull it clean. He's unable to do so. Genesis sends it opposite side. Guy beats around the corner, and that's an offsides. Fook, Luka, Jake. Ricky and Jacob back on the defensive end. Pick back up. Genesis gets it. And sends it into the bench. Shot, sent all the way back. Ricky on the back check, picks it up, sends it back over to Jake. Jake clears the zone, picked up. Luka was streaking forward, tried to get to it. Sent back over to Ricky. Ricky clears it back over to Jake. Jake backhands it, tried to get into the zone. Boop, and that's an offsides. Center ice face off. Cooch, Denny, Reed, Ricky and Jacob still on the defensive end. Tapped all the way back, Genesis controls. That went off the ceiling. Nolan on for Denny. Back into the corner, Matooch over. And that is the end of the period. So end of the first 0-0. A lot of action in the Team Philly offensive zone. Just not able to capitalize to get the puck in the net. All right, so it looks like we're all set for second period. Teague, Nolan, Lucas, Jacob, Toby out on the ice to start off second period. Teague on the face-off. All set. Back over. Comes across the blue line. Toby pushed all the way to the back wall. Gets it. Back over to Lucas. Lucas taps it forward. Picked up by Teague. Teague opposite side. Back over to Nolan. Nolan tried to get by his man. Defender loses the stick. Teague, little toe drag. Sends it deep. Back over the opposite side, just outside of the reach of Lucas. Genesis tried to clear it back up, still in the zone. Now it gets outside to the neutral zone, picked up by Toby. Toby back over to Lucas. Lucas back over to Teague. It's got Jacob streaking up, sent back over to the opposite side. Knocked back down. Teague tries to keep it in. Gets it back out to Lucas. Lucas got a guy on his hip. Back out to Toby. Sees Teague on the opposite side. Shot attempt actually goes just wide. Back out to Jacob. Cycle back to the opposite side. Toby's looking to charge forward. Keeps it in. Lucas loses an edge, drops down. Jimmy back out on the ice. Oh, the puck was floating right out front. Oh my gosh. The puck was just sitting right in front of the net. Caden, Connor, Jimmy out on the ice. Ricky and Evan on the defensive end. Puck stops, back out to the point to Ricky. Ricky try to get a shot off, back out. Jimmy gets a shot off, pick saved by the goaltender. Evan charging forward, keeps it in the zone. Jimmy drives it down, hits it off Evan's face mask all the way to the opposite side. Connor drops it back. Now it's in the neutral zone, picked up by Foster. Foster jumps it forward, back over, cycles it all the way back. Caden on the attack. Genesis tries to send it back up. Picked back up by Caden. Knocked back into the neutral zone. Genesis tries to send it deep. Connor's there. Sent back. Picked up by Foster, centering pass. Picked up by Caden. Back over to Connor. Connor tried to get a shot off. Knocked down by a defender's stick. Picked back up by Jimmy. Jimmy waiting, looking. Had Ricky in the slot. Ricky couldn't get a shot off. .35, still 0-0, second period. Reed, McCooch, Denny, Bobst, and Toby are on the defensive end. Puck's dropped. Back over McCooch. Reed back alongside the wall. Try to get it. Stick lift. Gets it back. Still fighting for the puck. McCooch tries to pull it back out. Back opposite side to Denny. Denny gets a shot off and goes just wide. Nice feedback. Back over to Toby. Toby. Back over to Toby. Toby drops it back. Centering pass. Picked back up by Reed. Oh my gosh. Puck just gets by. Centering pass gets right to a Genesis defender. Now it's opposite side. Toby on the back check. Aiden. Stick steered. Back over. It looked like it could have been a trip. Picked back up by Bops. Bops grabs it, no icing. Reed on the forecheck. Genesis kicks it around the opposite side. Picked up by Vuk. Vuk is there. Now it's back over. Shot attempt goes just wide. Back out to Toby. Toby, centering pass. Opposite side out to Bops. Bops gets a shot off. Puck's right out in front. Genesis gets a hold of it, dribbles it forward, knocked down by Genesis. Now it's back in the neutral zone. Genesis has to regroup. Tab forward, back over to Toby. Toby picked up by Luca. Luca taps it forward, no icing. Luca, good pressure onto it. Got Jake. Jake tried to cycle it back over to Luca, intercepted by Genesis, picked back up on the wall, and that'll go out of play. Jake, Luca, Vuk, Ricky, and Jacob. Puck's drop. Jake, Sarah drives it in. Genesis picks it up, sends it into the neutral zone, back over to Ricky. Jake tried to center back over to Luca, just outside of his reach. Luca pressures it down. Vuk gets to it. Centers it back opposite side. Vuk back into the corner, gets checked against the boards. Lucas over to help out. Back out to Ricky at the point. Shot attempt goes wide. Goaltender just misses it. Shot attempt again wide. Back over to Vuk. Picked up. Nolan. Pressure onto the puck. All the way back. Hayden swipes at it. Try to get it over to Nolan. Back into the neutral zone. Genesis picks it up. Dumps it in. Picked up by Jacob. Jacob sends it back. Weird bounce. Picked up by Lucas. Drops it into the neutral zone. That was dangerous. Nolan tried to swipe at it, keep it in the zone. Just outside reach. Ricky on the back check. Got lucky. Picked back up by Lucas. One-on-one. Picked back up by Teague. Teague scored! Beautiful play. Lucas drives it down, drew the defender out, hit Teague in the slot for the first score of the game. So at the 11:10 mark, 1-0 Team Philadelphia. Caden, Connor, Jimmy out on the ice. Oh, we got a score on the board. Genesis comes away, not wasting any time. Back over the opposite side. Aiden with a nice kick save, back into the corner, picked up by Bops. Genesis has a little bit of steam on. Pick back up, back over to Jimmy. Jimmy slides it back out, try to clear it back out, picked up by Connor. Connor comes down, got 3 guys in front of him. Picked it back up over to Jimmy. Jimmy back into the corner. Centering pass right there, almost picked up by Caden. Intercepted by Genesis. Genesis splits 2 of our defenders, kicks it back out into the neutral zone, across center ice. Now it's picked up by Caden. Caden centers it back over to Bobs. Back over to Foster. Connor sends it deep. Connor looking to come off the ice. Reed back on. Pick back up. Genesis full head of steam. Shot attempt goes just wide. Reed pulls back, waits, holds up, comes across center ice. Tried to get a shot off. Goaltender steers it back into the corner, picked up by Caden. He's got 3 guys on him. Reed's out hovering, waiting for the puck to pop out. Genesis cleared back in the neutral zone. Toby swipes it back in, unable to get out. Back over to Toby, dodges around, looks to get around the guy. He's got Reed on the opposite side. Gets a shot off. Butt end stick saved by the goaltender. Wriggles it back out to the opposite side. Picked up by Toby. Toby gets around a guy. Got a couple guys in front of him. Back over. Taps it forward, back over to Reed. Reed try to get it back over. Denny tried to get it back over to Reed. Back over to McCooch. McCooch cycles it back over to Reed. Reed gets it, looking for an opportunity. Centering pass right there. Goaltender jumps on it. A lot of action. Both sides of the ice. Reed, McCooch, Denny with Toby and Jacob out on the ice. Cooch on the faceoff. Puck's dropped, centered back out. Goaltender ushers it over to the sidewall. Denny's there, tries to push it forward, picked up by McCooch. McCooch gets a shot off. Picked back up to Jacob. Jacob looking. Centers it back out to Denny at the point. Denny. Slow trickles one in. 51 left second period. Pick back up, Benny. Back over to Jacob. Jacob swipes at it, it's not there. Back over to Toby. Back out to Jacob. Genesis has to wait. Cycles back over to Reed, intercepts it. Picks it back up. Gets it on his backside. Cycles back. Comes back out, looking for an opportunity. Back out to the point. Jacob out to the point, looking. Redirect. Gets to the goaltender, seared back into the corner. Toby pushes forward. Back out, cycles it back over. Reed's over to put the hip on it. Defender loses a stick. Back over to McCooch. McCooch tries to tab it forward. Back over. McCooch. Good opportunity. Swipe back at it. Toby at the point. Save. Shot attempt. Another one. Wicked wrister just gets by the goaltender, but on the opposite side. Defender picks the stick back up. 7:45 left second period. Genesis try to clear it back out. No icing. Picked up by Luke. Voot sends it deep. Genesis try to clear it back out. Centers it back over to the opposite side. Centering pass back over to Aiden. Aiden makes a play on the puck. Back over to Jake. Jake tries to cycle it back. Unable to do so. Toby's back out on the ice. Back over. Drops it down for Jacob. Jacob cycles it back around the other side. Genesis fires it. Gets it back out. Drops it all the way back in. Aiden with a nice, scored. So Aiden had like 4 saves. And then just trickled back in. Nobody picked the puck up, so it makes us a 1-1 game. 6:52. So it's 6:52 mark, 1-1. T. Lucas Nolan. Back down. Lucas sends it back over to Ricky. Ricky back over to Foster. Foster tried to get it. Nolan does a good job putting body on. Nolan tried to charge forward. Back over to Ricky. Ricky tried to clear the zone. Back over. Cleared back. Shot attempt goes high and over Aiden's head. Picked up by Teague. Gets it over to Teague. Teague charging forward. One-on-one with the goaltender. Oh, had a nice feed back over to Nolan. Nolan couldn't capitalize. Came off the stick wrong. Genesis sends it deep. Picked up by Bops. Bops kicks it up the boards. Back over to Jimmy. Jimmy sends it forward. Over to Head. Teague on the forecheck. Got Lucas back out front. Had Jimmy coming on the ice. Cycles it back over to Lucas. Waiting. Tries the centering pass. Now it makes its way all the way back out. Bops over to recover. Genesis picks the puck up. Knocked back down. Picked up by Jimmy. Had Lucas on the other side. Lucas has been on for a shift and a half. Dumps it in. Toby back on the back check. Cycles it back opposite side, back over to Bops. Bops kills it back over to Caden. Back over to Toby. Toby gets by a guy. Looking. Had it there. Back over to Bops. Bops centers it. Back out. Genesis clears 4:51 left second period. Picked back up by Jacob. Jacob redirect into the goaltender's breadbasket. Cooch, Denny Reed. Puck shot back out to Reed. Reed gets a shot off, goes just wide. All the way to the back boards, picked back up. The Cooch is there. Back over to Reed. The Cooch. Back over to Denny. Tried a centering pass back over, opposite side, picked up by Jacob. And the goaltender knocks it down. Ricky Jacob on the defensive end. Jacob picks it up after gloving it down, look for an opportunity, gets a shot off and goes off the goaltender's glove. Intercepted. Picked back up by McCooch. McCooch has numbers, gets a shot off, and goes off the goaltender's glove into the protective weapon. Teague, Lucas, Nolan, Botts, and Foster on the defensive end. 3:58 left second period. Puck's back over. Lucas sends it back out to the point. Redirect, jumps over, still up front, and now there's a glove on it. Genesis gets it, pulls it across center ice, dumps it in. Foster on the back check, back over. Cycle back over to Lucas. Lucas cycles back down. Nolan charging for it. Teague over to help out. Teague looks, tried to draw it back over. Pick back up. Lucas tried to get to it. Back up to Foster. Foster at the blue line, unable to get it. Lucas looks to get it. Cycles it back over to Botts. Botts sends it up neutral zone. Genesis jumps it in. It looked like it could have been icing, but it was not. Back over. Goes off the side of the post. No icing. 3:05 left second period. 1-1. Genesis kicks it back up. Picked up by Jimmy. Jimmy. Puck's floating right out front in the slot. Picked up by Genesis. Comes across. Now the blue line. Picked back up. Centering pass. Shot attempt. Picked up by Jimmy. Jimmy sends it all the way down. That'll be an icing call. (1-1). 2:37 left second period. Genesis picks it up, sends it back out to the point. Jimmy's there. Shot attempt. Kick saved by Aiden. Toby kicks it back out to the point. Shot attempt goes off of Caden. Genesis again sends it out to the point. Jumps off the defender's stick. They have to clear the zone and wait. Caden tries to take a swipe at it. Comes back down. Picked up by Jimmy. Jimmy tangles up on the boards. Picked up by Toby. Toby moves around a couple guys. Comes across the blue line. Looks. Cycles back. Back over to Caden. Scores! Toby waited nice and patiently. Toby hit the opposite side post for a double post. So again, at the 1:44 mark, Toby to Caden Longo for score number 2 to make this a 2-1 game. Reed, McCooch, Denny out on the offensive side. Foster and Ricky back on the defensive side. Genesis sends it around to the opposite. Clears back into the neutral zone across the blue line. Takes a shot, whipped at it. Back over to Foster. Foster sends it back up over to Denny. Denny's got Reed's going long. Picked up. Back over. Back over to McCooch. Oh my gosh. Back out, Genesis sends it back. Denny back over, pressure back out to Ricky. Ricky sends it deep, picked up by Genesis. Swiped at it, no icing. Picked up. Genesis on the wing. Shot attempt goes just past side. Now it's back in the neutral zone. Reed's there. Tries to drive it forward, keep in the neutral zone. Genesis comes away with it, cycles it back, picks it back up, comes across the blue line. Shot attempt. Aiden shovels it to the corner, back out. And Aiden with a nice glove save. Teague, Lucas, Nolan, Bops and Toby back out, sent it out opposite side, sent deep on the opposite side. Bops over to put pressure onto the puck. Lucas back over to help him out. Puck is pressured in, 26 seconds left. Puck's not moving. Genesis gets it, knocked back into the corner, side back out, back over to Teague. Teague tries to knock it forward. 8 seconds left. Back into the corner. Toby's back over. Takes a wicked bounce, and that will end the second period. All right, so it'll be an ice cut coming up on the second period. 12 minutes before the other period begins, so stay tuned. We'll see you guys in a few. All right, folks, start of the third period. After the ace cut. Team Philly up 2-1, 17 minutes left. A lot of action over the course of period 2. Coach Wolf giving some final words. All right, so starting line is Teague, Lucas, Nolan, Toby, and Jacob. Aiden, Mott, and net. So 17 minutes left in this game. Teague on the face-off. Puck drop, back over to Jacob. Jacob across center ice, drops it in all the way to the backside. Lucas back over to pick it up. Try to get it. Swipe it off the stick. Kicks it back in the corner. Teague drops it back over to Nolan. Nolan gets pinned up against the boards. Got 2 guys on him now. Now picked back up. Lucas back over. Lifts it. Tries to center it back out the opposite side. Picked back up by Teague. Teague tried to toe drag. Now it's picked up by Nolan. Nolan backhands it back over. Sends it back on the opposite side. Teague on the forecheck. Tries to get to it. Gets to it. It's got Lucas out front. Not enough to get on his stick. Genesis gets it. Cycles it back. Sends it to the opposite side. Pick back up. Toby has to wait for the zone to clear. Jumps it all the way back. Jacob. Gets it by Jimmy, who's on the ice. Now dropped back down. Genesis drags it into their own. Oh! Caden with an opportunity, one-on-one with the goaltender. Couldn't quite get it on the strong side. Jimmy back over. And golden opportunity, couldn't capitalize on it. Jacob on the back check. Genesis coming back. Aiden, kick save, back out. Genesis comes around with it. Tips it forward. Genesis by himself, looking. Several shots there. Picked back up. Got Connor on the opposite side. Picked back up by Jimmy. Jimmy. Goaltender gloves it. Drops it down for play. Connor pressures on the puck. Jimmy back over. Tries to cycle it back up. Picked up by Genesis. Genesis sends it over to the opposite side. Drops it back in. Aiden knocks it down. Picked up by Foster. Foster drives it up against the wall. Ricky tries to clear it out in the zone. Reed back along the blue line. Unable to capitalize on it. Picked up by Foster. Foster comes back, tries to send it out. Now it does. Denny on the forecheck, back over to put pressure onto it. Centers it back up. And Aiden stops it dead. Sent from the center ice. 14:54. Cooch, Reed, Denny, Ricky, and Foster. Back over, tip forward. Reed charges forward, back over. Denny looks to get it. Denny sends it deep. Back on the opposite side. Reed over on the forecheck, looks to pick it up. Sent all the way down. That'll be an icing call. Same lineup. Pucks back out to the sideboards. Kick back all the way in the neutral zone. Foster back over. Taps it forward. That'll be an offside. Puck's dropped. Back over. Bops kicks it into the neutral zone. Genesis picks it up. Sends it over to the opposite side. Centering pass picked up by Toby. Toby maneuvers around. Got a couple guys in front of him. Kicks it over to the sidewall. Comes down. Centering pass picked up by Bops. Nice shot by Bops. Goes wide. Goaltender blocked it down with his blocker. Genesis sends it deep. Back over. Aiden knocks it back down over to Toby. Toby tried to drive it opposite side. It's dangerous. Toby taps it forward. Luca. Pressure onto the puck. Picked up by Vuk. Vuk sends it deep. Opposite side to Jake. Puck stopped before Jake could get there. Jake's still trying to get to it. Good job. Luca back along the boards. Jake, nice check into the boards. Vuk's over to help him out. Puck still in the zone. Genesis tried to clear. Vuk's back over. Gets a shot off. Goaltender. Stick steer back into the corner. No icing. Toby's going to pick it back up. Cycle back over to Bops. Bops back over to Jake. Jake back over to Toby. Back over to Bops. Ooh, Bops' stick broke. Nice save by Aiden. Toby. Centering pass back over. Center back over. Ooh. Luca tried to hit Lucas coming onto the ice. Genesis looks up. They got a guy streaking up to center ice. Picked back up by Lucas. Lucas back over to Teague. Teague makes his way around. Scores! Teague with a wrister. Top shelf. Speed from Lucas for the third score of the game. Beautiful shot. Teague Murray. At the 12:28 mark, 3-1 Team Philadelphia. Same lineup. Drop back over to Jacob. Jacob into a neutral zone. Ooh, goes off the referee. Picked up by Nolan. Nolan back over to Lucas. Lucas tried to get a shot off. Picked up by Teague. Teague's between its feet, now makes its way out to the neutral zone. Jacob picks it up at center ice. Gets a shot off. Goaltender drops it back down. Ooh, Nolan gets it. Wicked bounce off the post. Togan. Nolan checks into the boards. Jacob's back over. Ricky. Genesis all by himself. Picked it up. Sent it back. Jacob, back over. Sent back out in the neutral zone. Genesis, line change for Team Philadelphia. Ricky, Connor, Caden out onto the ice. Tap forward, picked up by Bops after getting a new stick. Back over to Foster. Foster kicks it back over to Connor. Connor picks it back over to Caden. Caden drives it forward, tried to get through a couple defenders, gets knocked off the puck. Kick back over. Genesis drops it in, picked up by Aiden. Aiden drops it in, picked up by Foster. Foster tried to get it off his stick. Sent back over to the opposite side. Bops is over there, now picked up by Jimmy. Jimmy sends it deep. Retrieves himself back on the forecheck. Picks it up, gets knocked into the board. Connor back over to help him out. Both of them are. Jimmy somehow gets it out. Centers it back over, picked up by Genesis. Back into the neutral zone. Nakucha onto the ice, back over to Toby. Toby tries to knock it forward. Stick lift by Jimmy. Genesis cycles it back. Now sent tip forward, back into the Team Philly defensive zone, picked up by Toby. Denny's there, back over to Nakuch, streaming forward. Nice feed and opportunity by Nakuch to Reed. 10:19 left in the game. Puck's drop. Genesis sends it out. Nice blocker side save by Aiden. Kicks it forward, back a foot race. Andrew all the way back. Andrew try to get around the defender. Genesis kicks it back out. Back over to McCooch. McCooch tried to drop it back to who he thought was there. Warner gets it back over. Reed just couldn't control it. Genesis recycles. Got a guy deep. Now they're clear and they send that out of play. Oh, Rick Wright with the catch on the out-of-bounds puck. Gets applause from the crowd. 9:41 left in the game. Vuk, Luca, Jake, Ricky, and Evan. Puck gets one back over to Evan. Evan to Ricky. Ricky back over to Luca. Luca tries to drop it. Pass. Luke's over to help out. Evan tries to twirl. Turn. Nice save by Aiden. Puck's drop. Luke over to help out. Genesis back alongside the boards. And nice save by Aiden again. Nolan, Teague, Lucas out on the ice. Back out to the point. Teague tried to toe drag it around. To make its way on the opposite side. Ricky on the back check tried to get to it. Lucas is there. Lucas pulls it forward. Try to hit Nolan on the opposite side. Oh, knocked down by Nolan. Still in the zone. Genesis cycles it back to the opposite side. Now it's back out. Gets all the way down. Ricky on the back check. Looking to clear. Nolan's back over to help him out. Sends it into the neutral zone. Genesis with a defensive hit. 19. No icing. Now it's picked back up by Nolan. Nolan drives it back. Waits. Picked up by Bops. Bops. Gets it over to Nolan. Nolan, neutral zone. Centers it back to the opposite side. Teague didn't see it. Lucas back over to help. Picked back through. Bops. Back over. Try to get it back over. Centering pass back over to Teague across the blue line. Got Nolan coming up center ice. Nolan hurdles back over a guy. Backhand to the opposite side. Lucas looks to pick it up. Gets it knocked away. Lucas pressure. Loses an edge. Genesis. Shot. Aiden with the blocker side save. It comes back up. Caden charging onto the ice. Looking to get a puck. Jimmy's out with him. Connor to assist. Toby on the back check. Retrieves the puck. 7:26. Pulls it back. Splits a couple defenders. Makes his way around. Comes around. Gets a shot off the goaltender's glove. Toby cycles it back over. Caden over to help out. Jumps his stick. Comes back out. Genesis. Got a couple of guys in the neutral zone looking to cherry pick a little bit. Back over to Caden just outside of his reach. Genesis. Centers it back opposite side. Tabs it back down. Back over to Aiden. Aiden sends it back upside the boards. Picked up by Caden. Caden holding the puck. Jacob over to help him out. Wow, dangerous opportunity Jimmy kicks it out to the neutral zone. That was a good thing. And that'll be an icing play call. Puck stop. McCooch picks it up, sends it out to the point. Evan, backhand, back over to McCooch. McCooch tried to split a couple defenders, unable to do so. Reed's back over to put pressure onto the puck. Sent up to the neutral zone. Now it's into the zone. Cycle back, picked up. Back out to the point. Sent deep. Wow, Aiden. Redirect. Aiden able to put a glove on that. McCooch, Reed, Denny. Ricky and Evan. Puck stop, back out. Picked up by Ricky. Ricky sends it back over to Reed. Reed's got time in front of him. Tries to pick it clean and sends it back deep. Genesis looks the cycle, sends it back up. Ooh, hits the referee, drops it back down. Picked up by Denny. Denny sends it back. Third back up. Good idea. Cleared back opposite side. Back over to. Back into the neutral zone. Vuk out onto the ice. Vuk comes away with it. A couple guys coming off the bench. Vuk looking. Gets a shot off. Wow, what a shot. Just over the head of the goaltender. Picked up by Vuk. Vuk, centering pass. Right to Jake. Jake with a good tip. Went off the defender's arm pad. Bops on the back check. Sends it back all the way to Luca. Luca sends it into the neutral zone. Genesis picks it up. Over to the opposite side. Jake picks it up as it comes off the wall. Gets a shot off. Oh my gosh! Great shot. Goaltender looking to recover. Lost his stick. Puck goes over. .427. Toby picks it up. Comes across center ice. Gets around a couple defenders. Goes to the blue line. Toby again picks up the puck. It's checked into the boards. Bop's waiting at the blue line. Genesis sends it over to the opposite side. Sends it deep. Picked up by Bops. Centering pass. Wow. That was way too close for comfort. No icing call. Nolan charging forward. It's all the way back. Teague knocks it down. Lucas drives it back down. Tries to get it knocked down. Hand pass. Hand pass. Coming out to neutral zone face-off. Lucas, Teague, Nolan, Jacob, and Ricky. Puck stop, sent back. Ricky swipes at it, back over to Lucas, sends it deep. Picked up by Genesis. Genesis comes streaking up. Lucas holds him up at the blue line. Ricky tries to get it, waits for the zone to clear. With Aiden. Pushes it past, now it's back over. Nolan waits for the puck, tabs it forward. Lucas waiting. Avoids the check, back over to Teague. Back over to Jacob. Lucas. Back over to Teague. Teague. Back over. Lucas tried to pull it clean. So that'll be the first penalty of the game at the 2:28 mark against Teague for a rough. So Team Philadelphia will be down a man, and that's it. Timeout called by Genesis. All right, started in the third period here, 2:28 left in the game with 2 minutes on the penalty for Team Philadelphia on a roughing call by Teague. Out on the ice, Connor, Toby, Caden, Jacob. Ready for all set. Caden on the faceoff. Puck's dropped, back out, picked out to the point, shuffles it back over. Aiden with a nice glove save. Oh, empty net. So 6-on-4 right now. Puck's dropped. Didn't recognize that the goaltender was out. So Genesis has an extra man. Turns it back over to the opposite side. Now back out to the point. Shot attempt goes wide. Aiden with the first save. Now it's back out and makes its way all the way down. Genesis kicks it out over to the opposite side, comes across the blue line. Back out to the point, cleared back out top side, now to the point. Aiden with a nice save. Still back, 1:06 left on the penalty. Back over. Shot attempt, blocked at the point. Knocked down by Toby. Toby sends it up, tried to clear the zones, unable to do so. Genesis picks it up. Now it's picked up by Toby. Toby looking. And that will go in. Oh my gosh, it went off a defender. Vuk out onto the ice. That thing just trickled by. Genesis comes up, centers it back opposite side, comes across the blue line. Nolan back to put pressure on. Saved by Aiden. Steered back into the corner. Shot attempt goes back. 28 seconds left on the penalty. Genesis cycles back around to the opposite side. Now alongside the boards. Toby back over. He was prepared for Toby to hit him. Toby just simply called him off. Aiden knocks it down after a shot attempt. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And Aiden puts a glove on it. And that will kill the penalty. Oh, so Toby has a penalty. I'm not sure where that came from. Oh, Toby for a penalty. I don't know what it was. So 27 seconds. Team Philadelphia down a man. Teague, Lucas. Puck's dropped, back out. Lucas gets to it. Lucas scores! Lucas picks up the puck. Makes it a 4-1 game with 20 seconds left in the game. All right, so still down a man, 20 seconds left. Goaltender back in net for Genesis. Duke, Bops, Jake, and Ricky. Settles it back out. Duke tried to kill it back out. Aiden with a nice save. Another nice save. 5, 4, 3. 2 seconds left. .7 seconds left. Puck's dropped back into the corner. And that is the game, folks. The Team Philadelphia moves to 2-0. There's a high probability they are moving on to the next weekend. I've checked the score for the Blazers. But there will be a game tomorrow against the Blazers at 4:45. So everybody stay tuned for that. That should be a high velocity game. But for now, Team Philadelphia will take home the 4-1 win